Let's go watch it in 2D. No, let's go watch it in 3D. But if we watch it in 3D, then is it worth the cost?
Introducing Dumbo, the amazing flying elephant.
You can do it, Dumbo. Show him.
Get ready for takeoff.
Fly, Dumbo. Fly.
Disney's Dumbo.
Hello. This is Adolf Vega, and today I am reviewing Dumbo, the 2019 CG animated film. And today I have with me my new editor, Miss Krista.
Hello.
So this is her first review, and I hope everyone is nice on the comments thread. But let's get on to the 3D section first, as we always do on this podcast. And Krista, what did you think of the 3D?
I liked the 3D in some parts. Whatever there was like a flying sequence or like a circus performance, I thought the 3D was great. But I felt that the movie was like a shade too dark. And it might have been the theater, but I think it was probably more Tim Burton's style, as he just kind of does darker color schemes. And with the 3D film, it didn't really work that well for me.
Now, there's quite a few of the scenes that were the circus and Dumbo flying around. Was there anything popping out at you, or is it more just depth, or what?
I loved all the use of spotlights, and the acrobatics in 3D looked really great.
Now, so you don't remember like specific scenes that would have pop out 3D or versus depth 3D?
There's a couple scenes in particular that had like really dramatic pop outs. One is where the one guy sticks out his cane towards the camera, and another is one of the acrobats like hangs down directly into the camera, and I thought that was really cool.
Okay. Now, you mentioned the spotlights. Can you tell me more about that?
Well, the spotlights were used in a lot of different creative ways. Like there's like a lot of like frame within frame style, and also like the spotlights themselves have like volume and depth in the 3D space, and so they kind of fill out depth, kind of like atmospherics would, and it looks pretty cool in 3D.
Okay. And the parts that weren't, or just like dialogue and people talking, they're just kind of basic, not really all that.
Yeah, I didn't see anything particularly spectacular in any of the main scenes.
You know, it's funny because when I saw the trailers for Dumbo, I've seen them in 3D. It's basically all of the scenes they show are in the, talking. And it's just like, so what? So it didn't really wow me, any of the trailers I've seen in 3D for this movie. So, but I mean, Disney has put a lot of effort into their live action or semi-live action animated movies. They're live action-esque remakes.
Kind of, yeah.
I know Jake says that Lion King is not live action.
Lion King is like entirely CG.
Well, all the animals are, but they're like real life environments, so it's kind of like, okay, I don't know what this is. Kind of speaking about the CG, what did you think of the CG in this movie?
I think I couldn't like the CG of like the elephants that were like normal looking was fine. I still don't entirely know how I feel about the CG for Dumbo himself, because he kind of looks weird, like, to be honest. Like, it grew on me eventually. Like, he is kind of cute, but he is kind of like creepy looking a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Where the regular other elephants look totally fine. Like, I would not really second guess that they're fake, but I never really thought that Dumbo was real. But it never bothered me to a huge extent. It was like, all right, well, it is what it is. The one thing that was really bad was the monkey, which looked really fake.
Yeah.
So
I also didn't think like the monkey like added that much to the story. It was just like a weird little bit.
yeah. All right. So overall, what would you give the 3?
I would say I would give it a good rating.
Okay, sounds good to me. Now let's get on to the movie itself. So, Dumbo is an interesting movie because it's not exactly a remake of the original. I mean, it has the same concepts, but obviously, if you haven't seen the original came out in 1941, so it's not something that's in the popular culture right now. I mean, I don't remember ever seeing reruns of Dumbo and cartoons on TV. Like, I see reruns of Aladdin or Lion King or something,
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I don't think I was talking about it with my mom. She's like she was born in like the 50s. She doesn't even remember seeing it as a kid.
so yeah, the story is not a really super familiar one. I think I did see it when I was a kid, and we're not going to talk about the original that much in here. We'll talk more about it in the spoiler cast. But Dumbo is the story of a baby elephant with super large ears who learns how to fly, and is also part in a circus troupe. And we get to get a sense of who these people are within the circus, and Dumbo becomes a big attraction, and you really feel for Dumbo as a character. It has a lot of heart. It's a nice, warm, kind of kids movie, and I'm just basically reading from your review. The bad guys, who they're gonna be, and for a kids movie, it has a good amount of heart. It's perfectly fine. There's no, it's a fun kids aimed movie. Now you mentioned history here in the film history. Can you talk more about that?
So one of the like very first shots in the film is of a like the film starts with like the circus train like going down the tracks or whatever, and you see like maps of America popping on the screen. But one of the very first shots of the train is framed like exactly the same way as one of the very first actual like one of the first films ever that was done by the Lumiere brothers is like a shot of a train coming towards the camera, and they like very clearly reference that, and I thought it was a really nice touch.
So the movie does have a sad storyline, to put it nicely, but I think it works. I think the ending is a little bit weird, which we can't talk about here in the spoiler-free version. But, I liked it. It did warm my heart. I did think it was enjoyable. What are your thoughts of the movie?
I got really into it. Like I was engaged with the story a lot, especially like when like the action started picking up and like there were more stakes to it. I was like really getting invested in like what was going to happen.
Okay, so what would you give it?
I would give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay, I basically agree with you. I liked this movie. Didn't love it, but I did enjoy it. That's it for us. Bye.
Bye.
All right, before this podcast ends, I want to give a thank you to my patrons. Right now, we have one patron, which is David from Spain, and I want to thank you for your financial support. All right, so that's going to be it for this podcast.
We now have a Patreon, and the link is in the description. Thanks for watching.
And we are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, a little bit everywhere. Just look for us, 3D or 2D. And of course, review us on iTunes. And if you want to write us a letter, our email address is email3d or2d@gmail.com. So that's going to be it. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye. Okay, bye.
Bye everyone. Bye.